it has been fantastic for that. In terms of color accuracy, they are phenomenal. They definitely rate very well for the Adobe RGB and sRGB profiles, and that's really something that's important to me for accuracy with doing graphic design, with doing print work, and with doing video editing. So if you're looking for color accurate monitors, these and the Dell Ultra Sharps are really good, and so are the BenQ monitors. Ultimately, the form factor of these are part of why I chose them over the Dell Ultra Sharps. Although I think those are great monitors, those have the added benefit of being able to plug in USB devices, which these do not. However, I feel that for the price range I was looking at, these were about $370 when I bought them on Amazon. Links are in the description below. I think that these were fantastic monitors. Again, with 4K displays, you're not getting them cheap, but I feel overall they are worth it. The fact that I went with an Asus graphics card is also probably what influenced my decision. I do like Asus as a brand, you guys know that. It is what I did for my budget video editing laptop, which I've done videos about and reviewed here. And ultimately, when I decided to get an Asus graphics card, I knew that I was probably going to end up getting Asus monitors as well. If you're looking for a monitor on a budget, the HD 1080p monitor that I was using up until I replaced it with these two is still a great option overall. I'll have a link for that in the description as well, and some other monitor solutions for you. This monitor has some cool features for gaming. Without any additional software, you can actually see the temperature and the frames per second if you want that. It also has some other gaming modes that you can check out. All those details are over on the Amazon page. I don't use those a lot because, again, I don't do a lot of heavy gaming. I do it more casually, but I also like that it does let me toggle through the multiple inputs that this has. So I can go ahead and I can toggle between what's going on my computer, or I can switch over to my Apple TV or any other devices that I have plugged in. So that's actually really convenient. I've actually used this for a few tricks with tethered shooting so that I can do some headshots for myself against my white backdrop here in the office. I've actually used the monitors tethered to my camera before for that, so that's actually pretty cool. And it's super convenient for me. One of the other cool things about these monitors is that they have ultra low blue light, so that means that you have less eye stress and less eye fatigue. This is especially important for someone like me who's doing detailed work for long periods of time and doing a lot of video editing. That's important, and it's probably one of the better experiences in terms of my eyes and not always even having to rely on my glasses in terms of sitting in front of a monitor for long hours. And so that's something you want to keep in mind here. It's another reason I actually chose this particular set of monitors. These are also super energy efficient. My bill has not gone up since I bought these, so that's definitely something that I think we should all be keeping in mind. We all definitely want to do our part to be, energy conscious, but also keeping the bills low matters. These monitors are a little heavy in terms of weight, but I'm okay with that. This IKEA desk holds up just fine. So that's not a problem for me, and it means that they're not going anywhere. I don't have to worry about them easily tilting over. They have really great stands, and again, I like that the height can adjust, the angle, the tilt, everything about them is just really intuitive. They were well designed and they were well built. I wouldn't want to drop one of these on my foot, and I definitely wouldn't want to get smacked in the face with one, so the build quality is solid. I know some of you want like super geeky specs, you want like, refresh rates, and you want all that stuff. Like, these are great monitors overall. They're 60 hertz monitors, and I've been able to get fantastic gameplay out of this for Overwatch and Star Wars Old Republic. I've been able to get great playback on these and not a lot of delay at 60 frames per second. I definitely think that they work perfectly with any of the new Asus graphics cards if you want to check that out. I keep things here over on the more simple side of tech, so if you want all the specs, you can check out the description below or check it out over on Amazon. I try to keep my reviews more in line with what the average person would need to know before they decide that they're going to buy something. Anyway, I think that these monitors are phenomenal. I might do a video about setting up dual displays because I think that could be cool. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know in the comment section. Also, what other gear are you guys interested in having me review? There's actually a lot of stuff here and a lot of stuff in my YouTube setup, and I haven't actually reviewed all of it on the channel, so maybe you want to check that out and let me know what you'd like me to review here. Do you guys want me to review more computer accessories and gadgets? Do you guys want me to review more hard drives? Do you guys want more laptop reviews? Let me know in the comment section. Also, with all the Apple stuff that just came out, I'm actually really interested in Beats headphones now, and that might be a thing. Let me know if you want that. Anyway, links to everything are in the description below. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching and geeking out with me over the Asus MG.
Hello and welcome to the Skyfall channel. Today, these are my top 5 monitors for 2015. Now, this is going to update my old 2014 top 5 monitors video as it received a lot of success and was very viral. So I thought I'd make a worthy successor of that video. And you know, from the 6 months from that video that I made, I've learned a lot about monitors and you know what makes a monitor really good and you know what parts of a monitor actually count. So here are my top 5 monitors ranging from a 1080p to 4K resolution, ranging from a price range of $100 to $500. So for my number 5 monitor, I chose the Acer G226 HQL. Now this is a $100 1080p monitor from Acer. This has a size of 21.5 inches. It has a VGA and DVI input. It operates at 60 Hz. And it is a TN panel. And lastly, I mean, for $100, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, you're getting what you want for $100. So, I mean, really, this is the cheapest you can get for a gaming monitor while still being very good. So, at my number 4 spot, I have the AOC 2367FH monitor. So this is at a price of $140, and for that price you're getting, personally, what I would say is the best bang for the buck monitor out of all these monitors I've chosen for this list. So why I give it this award is because it has a 1080p display, it has an HDMI input, it has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and the best thing about it is that it has a IPS panel. Now the special thing about IPS panels is that they just look great. Compared to its TN panel brothers, IPS panels just in general just look much better than TN panels. The viewing angles and just the material of IPS just looks great. Now lastly, this monitor has built-in speakers, which is actually quite nice. So if you don't want to spend your money on, you know, a complex speaker setup when you're first building your gaming PC, and you know, you have your headphones, but you know, there's those times where you just want to take them off, you know, and just listen all around, this monitor will take care of that. Now for my third monitor, I chose the Asus V6248QE monitor. So for $272, this is for you gamers who say, I want a 144Hz monitor because 60 Hz does not suit my needs whatsoever. Well then, this is the cheapest monitor that I could find for 1080p, that at a 1080p resolution, and it's still reasonable for its price, and just all around is a great monitor. So as I said, this monitor has a refresh rate of 144 Hz, and if you're wondering what is the difference between a 140 Hz monitor and a 60 Hz monitor, well, the difference is that basically a higher refresh rate monitor will look smoother in games, and apparently that's supposed to improve your gaming performance, especially in FPS games, but really I'll let you guys judge that if you guys ever purchase these monitors. But anyways, this monitor has a 1080p resolution, it's 24 inches big, it has a HDMI input, and lastly, it is an Asus monitor, so it will just look great, and it's very well made, and it's just good in general. So this is a good monitor for you 144 Hz gamers. Now for my number 2 monitor, I chose the BenQ GW2765HT. So for you people who want to invest in 1440p gaming, then this is the monitor for you. At a price point of $400, you're getting a monitor with a 1440p resolution, a 4 milliseconds response time, a IPS panel, and as I said before, IPS panels look great, a 60 Hz refresh rate, and lastly, this is a BenQ monitor, and if you don't know, pretty much all major league gaming channels or programs or anything like that mainly use BenQ monitors because BenQ is basically, they make the best gaming monitors pretty much all around. So I mean, if you want something that is reliable
So the benchmarks are out on the Pascal GTX 1070, typically achieving 60 or more frames per second at 1440p max settings and all those beautiful graphically intensive games. That's just 22% less FPS than that of its bigger brother, the GTX 1080, when both are non-overclocked. But it's at a 37% price discount, making the GTX 1070 a sweet spot for forming king. So if you're picking up this new card but are going to pair it with a potato monitor, then you're seriously not doing this Pascal graphics card any justice. If you've gone TV shopping, there's a really good chance you've seen a variation of this chart to help you determine the optimal screen size and resolution relative to how far away you were planning to sit. Sitting around arm lengths from your display, assuming average human vision, this increase in pixel density makes for a much more enjoyable gaming experience, allowing you to enjoy the graphics with much more clarity. So let's kick this list off with my top choices. I'll be taking into consideration different facets of the monitor, including the quality, bezel size, VESA mount compatibility, connectivity, size, at what point they become, quote, retina, end quote, pixels per inch, and of course, price. I'll be starting at lowest in price and I'll work my way up to the higher in price, so you'll get a good idea of what your dollar can offer you among the spectrum of gaming monitors. Alright, so I'll leave links and deals for all the monitors that you see in this video in the description box down below for those of you that are interested. Up first, okay, so I know I've gone on and on about 1440p, but I'm going to include a 1080p 144Hz display in the mix, given this one's attractive price and given that a lot of you would rather have a faster refresh rate and game at 1080p to enjoy games at 100 or more frames per second, especially for first-person shooter games and games that are fast twitch based. We have the Acer GN246HL 24-inch 144Hz display for $190 right now. It's sporting a slim and sleek design on a multicolored X-shaped stand, 91.79 pixels per inch, and becoming retina at a distance of 37 inches. It has one DVI, one VGA, and one HDMI port, a 1ms response time. It's also VESA mount compatible. So this monitor right here is definitely value city. Up next from QNX, we have a great budget-oriented 1440p display at just $250. The QX 2710 LED Evolution 2. It's a 27-inch display, getting you into 1440p gaming at less than the typical entry price. Given the price discount, it has pretty positive reviews. 60 Hz, a 4ms response time, and lots have had good luck overclocking to 90+ Hz. Comparing the contrast and image quality to BenQ, most are arriving with no dead pixels. However, the stand is not the greatest, being a bit wobbly, although it is VESA mount compatible, although the mounting screws are a little shallow. It has DVI-D and an HDMI input port, but at $250, getting you into 1440p gaming, it's a solid deal. It becomes retina at over 32 inches and has 108.79 pixels per inch. Up next from Acer, we have the G257HU 25-inch monitor for $260. It's a 60Hz IPS display with vibrant colors, with a 4ms response time, plenty of inputs with a DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort. That low 4ms response time is perfect for no ghosting, and being IPS and 4ms, that's a great combination that's rare to come by. It has a beautiful black and silver design with a stylish X-shaped stand, and being practically bezel-less with that Acer zero frame design, not only saving you space, but for a multi-display setup, 2 or 3 of these side by side would look sick, being near seamless. At 25 inches, it becomes retina at over 29 inches and has 117.49 pixels per inch. Only drawback is this one is not VESA mount compatible, but if you weren't going for that anyway, at $260, this 1440p monitor is the sweet spot. Up next from Asus, we have the PB258Q 25-inch 1440p IPS monitor for $350. So this one is just beautiful. IPS with those wide viewing angles. It's a 60Hz monitor and has a 5ms response time. This response time is more typical of an IPS display. This one is ideal for enjoying the beautiful graphics at 1440p. I'll mention again, for fast twitch games or for those first-person shooter gaming, I'd rather go with a 1ms response time and a 144Hz like the first Acer that I mentioned in this video, or a pricier option that I'll mention shortly. This Asus display has 117.49 pixels per inch, becoming retina at over 29 inches. It is VESA mount compatible and it is near bezel-less, making it an ideal candidate for multi-display setup. For connectivity, it has inputs of HDMI, MHL, D-Sub, DisplayPort 1.2, dual-link DVI-D, a great choice for $350. Last but definitely not least, for $690, we have the Acer Predator XB271HU 27-inch 1440p 144Hz NVIDIA G-Sync monitor. It can even overclock to 160 165 Hz. So this one really has it all. It's IPS for those vibrant colors and wide viewing angles. That's a picture perfect display. Also having G-Sync is going to give ultra smoothness by synchronizing the Predator's refresh rates to your GTX 1070 or other NVIDIA GTX graphics card. It has 108.79 pixels per inch and becomes Retina at over 32 inches. It has a 4 ms gray-to-gray response time. It's VESA mount compatible, although the ergonomic stand it comes with is pretty epic looking with swivel for vertical mode and plenty of tilt to get the perfect angle for its NVIDIA G-Sync monitor. One HU 27-inch 1440p 144Hz NVIDIA G-Sync monitor. It can even overclock to 165 Hz. So this one really has it all. It's IPS for those vibrant colors and wide viewing angles. That's a picture perfect display. Also having G-Sync is going to give ultra smoothness by synchronizing the Predator's refresh rates to your GTX 1070 or other NVIDIA GTX graphics card. It has 108.79 pixels per inch and becomes Retina at over 32 inches. It has a 4 ms gray-to-gray response time. It's VESA mount compatible, although the ergonomic stand it comes with is pretty epic looking with swivel for vertical mode and plenty of tilt to get the perfect angle for your setup. It has HDMI 1.4 port and DisplayPort and 4 high-speed USB 3.0 ports. This would be an awesome monitor to pair with the GTX 1070 or with the GTX 1080 as well, and likely be a monitor that you will enjoy for years. Alright, so I'll leave a quick guide on the screen for comparing and contrasting of these 5 monitors that we've covered, so feel free to pause the video if you like before my outro. So is 1440p becoming the new 1080p? Let me know what you guys think of these monitors in the comment section down below. And please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out or you enjoyed it. And thumbs up for more videos like this one. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Awe of Tech, everyone. This is John from Awe of Tech. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
What's up guys, I'm Random Frankie P. Today I've got a massive video for you all that I took a lot of time researching, so I hope you enjoy. I will be going over the top monitors if you're interested for the holidays. We've got 12 total here. I tried my best to narrow it down. Started off with around 18, but I didn't want to limit you guys in your choices in any way. So sit tight, lots of info packed into this video, but I'll break it down into certain categories to make this much more structured and easier for you to follow so you know exactly what monitor I'll be talking about. Now the prices listed are all current, but depending on when you're watching this video, they may be slightly different, and you can probably take advantage of these deals and get them cheaper around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so make sure you hop on those. All the monitors will be listed in the description down below, so you can check them out. Now first up are the top 2 budget monitors, talking under $250 here and cheaper. First is the Asus VS247HP, a 23.6-inch LED 1080p monitor. Now if you've been a subscriber for a while, you'll know I had these 2 monitors in the past, side by side, and they were really great. It's a 23.6-inch screen, so you're saving money because technically it's not a 24-inch monitor. It has great pixel density, 50:1 contrast ratio, overall just very solid. It is currently only around $147, but there is always a $20 rebate, so you can pick it up for around $120 to $130. This will also start to show off with my best budget monitor award, especially for that low price. Next in line is the BenQ RL 2755HM 27-inch 1080p gaming monitor. And this is what they actually use as an official gaming monitor of MLG due to its 27-inch size and ultra-fast 1 millisecond response time with very low input lag. Also provides zero flicker and low blue light, so it won't affect your eyes or cause strain. There's also built-in smart scaling display mode, so you can display the picture in a smaller size for training if you're going to be using a different sized monitor in a competition. There's tons of on-the-fly adjustment options, all for $229. Definitely worth it. Like I said, MLG official monitor here. Next is for all you triple monitor setup lovers. These will give you the best overall experience for being surrounded. The first one is the Acer R270HY, a 23.8-inch 1080p monitor, and I included this because it has hands down the slimmest bezels out there on the market. 3 of these would look insane all lined up side by side, probably its biggest and most appealing selling point with its appearance. The monitor is fairly new, was just released in September, has a 100 million to 1 contrast ratio, and great colors on this IPS panel. You can pick this up for only $135, very nicely priced if you're going for that triple monitor setup and you'll be picking up multiple. Second here is the Samsung 27-inch curved LED monitor, the S27D590C model. Not only is the screen larger, but it being curved will make you very immersed for a triple monitor setup. Like most monitors, commonly we have a 4 millisecond response time and a 60 Hz frequency. There are also built-in speakers, has a 178-degree wide viewing angle, all for just short of $300. Next up is the best budget 144 Hz monitor, a higher refresh rate than the 60 Hz ones I mentioned, and that is the AOC G2460PQU, a 27-inch 1080p monitor. Over DVI or DisplayPort, you can take advantage
well, this one's coming in at $182. But like I said, this is also going to be a really good best bang for your buck, especially if you're not really worried about refresh rates. I definitely take a look at it. It's got a bunch of other features that our first monitor didn't have. Alright, so coming in our next bracket of monitors, we're going to be looking at 1440p monitors. Now, if you don't know the difference between 1080p and 1440p, just think double the pixels. All compressed in the same 27-inch monitor, at least 27-inch for my gaming experience. I love 27-inch, and that's the monitor we're going to be recommending. Alright, this is the AOC Aegon 27-inch gaming monitor, 2560 by 1440p resolution. Now, it's 144 Hz with that 1 millisecond response play. It supports VGA, DVI, DisplayPort, and HDMI, but of course, to get that 144 Hz, it's just that DVI or that DisplayPort. With a 16:9 aspect ratio and a 50 million to 1 contrast ratio, it gets really good brightness, has a matte screen as well. The design looks nice and sleek. This is the 27-inch FreeSync version, or you can get the G-Sync version for a little bit more, but this one's currently going for $489, so about 500 bucks. So it's definitely a lot, but if you're looking towards that 1440p gaming, this is going to be the best bang for your buck, especially considering the other ones that we're about to get into, especially for these 1440p monitors. So this one, I'd recommend taking a look at first. Now, our next monitor on the 1440p list is the best monitor, right? This is best category. This is going to be the Asus 1 millisecond 165 Hz G-Sync with the iCare Gaming. It's just got a lot of crazy features. Obviously, it's Asus, a reputable brand. 165 Hz instead of 144, so we're actually upping it. I don't really know if I wouldn't know if there's a huge difference there. 1 millisecond of response time. It's got DisplayPort 1.2, HDMI 1.4, and USB 3.0 ports, so you can actually just charge stuff from your monitor if you really wanted to. However, on this monitor, the only thing you'd be charging is the shit out of your credit card, because this is currently coming in at about $700. So, I mean, if you got money for days, then $700 is gonna be nothing. But this is the monitor for 1440p. This is the messiah of 1440p gaming, let's say. Alright, let's switch to the other end. People that might not be able to afford 1440p gaming, but still, you know, want to see if there's a good deal out there for that 1440p gaming. Yes, there is. This is the Acer SMID PX 25-inch WQHD is like I said, 1440p, 2560 by 1440p widescreen monitor. I mean, it looks kind of nice, to be honest. For $254, that's right, $254 for a 1440p. It's got a decent, amount of reviews on it. Lots of reviews. It's got 4 out of 5 star ratings, so it's doing something right. There's a variance for the 27-inch as well, but we're looking at the 25-inch just to save you that money. Now, this has got a 4 millisecond response time, and I'm unclear of the refresh rate, so I'm going to guess that it's about 60. I'm just gonna assume that it's about 60 since they didn't list it. Normally, when refresh rates are high, people like to list it because it's kind of like a luxury thing. I really doubt for this price that it's gonna have a higher end refresh rate than 60. But I mean, if you want 1440p gaming, don't give it hoot about the refresh rate. This is definitely the monitor to look towards, especially if you're trying to save some money. So that wraps up our 1440p category. Now we have 2 monitors on the higher end category. This is for people that, go big or go home. This is the 4K or the ultra wide category. So only one for 4K and one for ultra wide that I would recommend. So starting off with the 4K gaming, this is going to be Samsung, actually. Samsung 28-inch UHD LED lit monitor. It's got FreeSync support, 1 millisecond response time. Now this one's got a 60 Hz refresh rate, so I mean, if you're huge into FPSs and stuff and you want to get that 4K experience, I wouldn't recommend this monitor to you if you really want, smooth gameplay. I mean, obviously it's going to be smooth at 60 FPS and 60 Hz, but if you want like super liquid smooth at 144 Hz, you already know the deal. This probably won't be the monitor for you. You'd probably have to look for even a more higher end, more expensive one. But if it's somebody, that is a graphic designer, somebody that's into, a lot of, detail-oriented work, this is definitely going to be the monitor for you, especially at the price point of just $369. And that's for a 4K UHD 28-inch. That's a really good deal in my opinion. And there's a 24-inch variant for just $300. But obviously, if we're doing 4K, I want to go to the biggest screen possible that's available to a monitor. So that's the 4K monitor that I'd recommend. And now we're getting into ultra wide. Ultra wide monitors. I've taken a look into ultra wide. I personally kind of want to get an ultra wide, but I don't know. I might think about it. So ultra wide that I would be getting, and I would recommend to anybody, is the LG 34-inch 21:9 curved ultra wide IPS gaming monitor. This one's got 144 Hz refresh rate, AMD FreeSync technology, 1 millisecond motion blur reduction response time, and 144 Hz refresh rate. Like I said, absolutely beast of a machine. It took me a little bit to find this one, however, it's got amazing customer feedback, 4.5 out of 5 stars. However, the price is coming in at $824. However, this is a luxury item, guys. This is an ultra-wide monitor with the best refresh rate. Now, if you look at other ultra-wides, they can run you anywhere to 1,000 minimum and up. So this one is definitely going to be one of the best bang for your bucks, especially with that refresh rate. Really nice quality on an IPS display, 144 Hz, like I said, that 1 millisecond refresh. There's going to be no ghosting or anything like that. Definitely the monitor I would recommend if you're looking towards that ultra-wide category. So like I said, guys, if you enjoyed any of the monitors here, make sure to look in the description to find a link for that and just save it to your cart. So, I mean, I don't know if you just can drop $800 on your favorite monitor, but if you were going to do it in the future, I would save it to your cart so you can have that available and be ready to purchase it and not have to try to look for it based on what I had said. So that wraps up today's video on my favorite monitors. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. I believe I'm going to continue to do this. I hope you enjoyed the categories that I put these monitors in just for your convenience. And other than that, I hope you guys choose the best monitor for your viewing pleasure, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
Whether you're a serious PC gamer or a casual after-hours warrior,
This battery is probably not gonna make it all day. It's got an hour and 12 minutes. Did I even bring the other battery? Crap. What's up, guys? Jay's 2 cents here, back in studio with lots of setup to do.
Yeah.
Crap, I don't think I brought the other battery. This is gonna be interesting. Seriously? Where did I put the battery? That's okay, I could plug this into USB while we're not using it on the little power strip and let it get some charge there. So I started moving over some systems here. Here's the Ryzen system. Here is the test bench. It's funny, test bench, but it's got two 1080s on there, not the TIs. I do have two 1080 Ti's. Whoa, wrong button. I do have two 1080 Ti's, but I haven't started testing any of that yet. We got Nick on a ladder. For whatever reason, he wanted the ladder. Now, it's because we're gonna be changing those light bulbs to the MR16 LEDs. And we still have a lot more stuff to do. As you can see, there's just crap everywhere because we're figuring shit out, guys. Okay, that's the only way to put it. So the living room background is something I've kind of always wanted. In fact, we'll just take a seat. We'll just take a seat right here. I've always wanted this kind of a green room sitting area, hangout area. It's not just This battery is probably not gonna make it all day. It's got an hour and 12 minutes. Did I even bring? And the thing about filming in this direction, is obviously we're gonna have to keep the studio as clean as possible and neat looking if we're gonna be filming that way, which is kind of a good and a bad thing. It forces us to be neat and tidy, but then at the same time it forces us to be neat and tidy. So, anyway, we're gonna try and bang this out as fast as we can. I said bang. We're gonna try and bang this out as fast as we can because the Jay's keeping it real car, as Nick says, is keeping it a little bit too real. Because yesterday the head gasket decided to be like, oh, guess what? It's okay to let coolant make its way into the cylinders and start blowing white smoke out your tailpipe. And I was like, you know what? This 2005 Durango is not worth the cost and time and labor of doing head gaskets on that, so I'm just gonna try stop leak. And the stop leak worked, actually. It's not smoking anymore. It's idle, as smooth as can be. There's no more compression leak in that cylinder. But unfortunately now it looks like it clogged the thermostat, which even though it says I don't have to take the thermostat out, now it appears that it clogged the thermostat. So this afternoon, we're gonna give Nick a lesson on how to change a thermostat and flush out your cooling system. That should be fun. Let's get to work. Anything you wanna say?
We're gonna have some fun today.
Check it out. LED lights up there and all the MR16s. LED lights right here in the kitchen. And then these are LEDs also. Bam. And they're bright, huh?
Yeah.
One of the things my company I used to work for, I'm being paged. Sorry about that. That was an important phone call about how we're gonna change the world. One person at a time. No, just kidding. So anyway, like I said, all the LED lights are in there, and I started to say that the company I worked for, we did turnkey solutions for energy efficient lighting and smart lighting and stuff like that, dimmable control panels and stuff for fluorescence. So I like lighting. Lighting is fun to me. So what we're gonna do now is, you can see all this crap on the floor. We're putting together the glass shelves that are gonna go next to the entertainment center, and we're gonna put some GPUs in those shelves. Some new stuff, some old stuff, just kind of mixing it up. I don't wanna put any of the really good stuff in there because I might need it for builds and things, and then the more I'm playing around with glass shelving, the more I'm gonna probably break it, so. And he put together desks up there. Let me zoom in, see if you can see it. Ah, look, desks. We actually have some desks, which means that the computers, which are over there, oh gosh, where are they? There they are. Some of those wrong way. Yeah, so whatever. This lens is dirty. You gotta clean it.
On Instagram, some people were bugged, like, why are the red cards on one side and not the other? Like, you should separate it because my OCD is going crazy. Now I want to leave it just because of that. I don't know what I'm putting the bottom yet. Gotta put something down there. But yeah, it turned out pretty good.
If you guys have been with the channel long enough, you guys remember the GPU shelf? Well, this is like the evolution of the GPU shelf. I think it turned out pretty damn good. I think this whole set is turning out pretty darn good. My mic. So now we're gonna go up there and we're going to put together another autonomous desk. I've got another, this is the 70-inch autonomous desk, the business edition, which can hold 300 pounds. And then I got another business edition 300-pound capable one. That's the 50-inch desk. That's going to be like my bench test desk. Does that make sense? I like to stand up a lot when I'm doing my bench testing and stuff, so I wanted a desk that could go really high. And then I can make it go down so I can sit if I want. So I thought it was perfect to do that. So let's go upstairs and let's do that. And I want to talk about something. I want to get real with y'all a little bit at the end of this video. I apologize in advance.
Dude, it's totally making me white. Hold on. I'm not Ben Affleck. All right, so here's the upstairs so far. I think we did some work. We got the desk up, we got the chair up. But anyways, yeah, Jay's gonna have to work off the Ryzen build for a while. See how he likes it. I think it'll be. I think he might have problems, according to the last time we got to work with this rig. And right now, Jay's trying to figure out why the Wi-Fi isn't connecting to TV. But I think he's figured it out. Did you figure it out? How about now?
Yeah, the upstairs is kind of neat. That's where the computers and stuff are. Let's talk about Ryzen for a second here. What I started to yell at Nick a second ago was I'm going to be using the Ryzen system here for the first while in this whole new studio thing. I want to see how it does at rendering out my videos and all that stuff. So I figured I'm going to be building myself some new systems specifically for the office here, but I want to see how this one does. And yeah. Now speaking of the office / studio, this is the part I said I wanted to kind of get real. Is there is this concept or misconception or something with the audience, some members of the audience, most people have been super supportive. I just want to kind of give some reassurance to those people that are concerned about the change and growth of all this. This is a good thing. This is something I've always worked towards. And it's you can only make your bedroom / home office work for so much. It was way too crammed and stuff. And there's gonna be a lot of changes happening here even. Like I said earlier, there's been a progression over the time of my channel. Even the home office has changed a lot. And now we're here. This that you see was a huge goal of mine, to have this company and have now an employee and have a dedicated headquarters space. This makes me feel real. We talk in the past about success, and I've said before that I never feel successful, but this makes me feel a little bit successful. This makes me feel like I've worked towards something and I've achieved it. Also has, it's a milestone? Yeah, because what I was about to say is I don't know what's next. Hopefully bigger, better things, but I don't know what's next. A lot of what we do here is literally make it up as we go. And I don't know what's next. But I want you guys to just not worry about there being some sort of shift in personality, because the heart and soul of all of this is still me. I'm still doing the editing on these videos. I'm still doing all of the, well, I say scripting, I don't script anything, but I still do everything here. Nick is an assistant at this point, and he's not even full-time yet. And we're gonna get him up to speed when he goes full-time end of next month-ish. But yeah, it's I see some people are concerned that this is gonna lose that down-to-earth feel, and that's furthest from my mind. It's kind of funny though earlier how I mentioned that there's other YouTubers in this building and that obviously our units look alike because the units are very similar. Yeah, Austin and Jonathan came by earlier to check out the set, and then they showed me their sets, and it's kind of neat to see how different we've actually set up these spaces. I mean, the only thing that's really similar between our stuff is the windows, which we can't really do anything about, but it's amazing how Jonathan's unit is so different than my unit, and it's so different than Austin's unit. And it's kind of fun though. It gives you some ideas and some things to compare. But I'm trying to come up with 3 or 4 sets to use in this space. There's still a lot of unused space. Like look over here. You see that? That's completely empty over there. I mean, we could do something over there, obviously. And as you guys can see, the echo up here in the second story is a lot better than down there. So we've got a lot of things to figure out. And yeah, you can see Nick. That's what I hired him for. Look at that. See? That's what he does.
I flattened it all out.
You flattened it all out. Well, you know where the trash can is?
Are you not gonna help me?
Also, too, I'm using the LG UC87, I believe it is. 34 UC87C, yeah. And this is the IPS 60 hertz, more of a professional grade panel, 34-inch ultra-wide QHD 3440 by 1440. It's only 60 hertz, so for gaming, it's not like, no, it's good if you're okay with 30 FPS, or excuse me, 60 FPS. I'm just so used to the 100 hertz in the Predator panel. We'll be getting some new panels in here too. I'm actually working with Asus on some sponsored stuff with that. So, but yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing, editing. In fact, today's video, I'm gonna be editing on here and putting it up here live with the freaking amazing internet I have, because I've got 350 megabit upload. Editception. Yeah, you guys are watching a video now that will be rendered later on, where'd it go? On that, and then it will go online. There's cables back there. Through those cables, through the internet, around the world, and into your computer, and into your eyeballs, and into your brain. And then what happens once it's in your brain is on you. What were we gonna say? If your connection's good? Their connection will determine the resolution at which I get to talk to their brain. Apparently he liked that.
Yeah, it's talking to the brain.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's all turning out pretty good.
What is pretty good? I think it's most excellent. It's Excelsior.
And check this out. AC vents that blow right on you. You guys hear that wind? The AC blows right on me, on my desk. You like?
Stay cool.
You like how that plays?
I'm in it right now too. Well, I'm under the fan. The fan
Oh,
is made.
and then there's this chair. This is the autonomous chair. Again, same brand that sent the autonomous desk. And this one is hooked up, as you can see. Autonomous. Look at that. There it goes. There it goes. Yep. Ooh, down she goes. Down she goes. And down.
Anyway, time to go, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Again, the moral of this, don't worry. This is a good thing. I promise. I will be the same dickhole you guys have come to love. Okay? I promise.
I'll make sure he stays a dickhole.
All right, guys, time to go. Thanks for watching. I have no idea how long this video was. Probably not very long at all. I've still got to figure out if I want to fix the Durango today or tomorrow. That's not something I'm looking forward to. When I have to work on Nizzy, that's fun. Nizzy's fun.
But when you have to work on a keep it real car, then it's serious and it gets like I don't want to do it mode.
Then you look at like every penny I'm spending is, I don't want to spend this money. But I can justify spending money on the Z. I don't want to spend any money on the Durango. All right, guys, time to go. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
I'm late. I'm late.
Here's what we're gonna do with this video. It's gonna be a very pieced together, weird kind of a vlog, which is funny because this isn't the intro of the vlog.
It's an abstract.
Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in the beginning of the video.
What's going on, Mr. Two Cents?
So we are heading over to my studio. Jerry's gonna see it for the first time. I'm gonna be handing over the official check, and they're gonna be handing over the keys, and you guys are gonna get your first look at my new studio. If you can hear me over the engine, because we're in Nizzy, it's getting louder.
All right, this is my random cameo in Jay's video since he didn't want to shoot it while I was down here.
I don't think I need any bigger than a 55 inch. Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
And yeah, I think you're fine.
We're talking about penises.
You want to borrow mine? Try besides.
It's fine. This are yours. I don't think it'll fit. I'll be all front heavy. This video's camera has been turned on and off like, I don't know, a handful of times in the last 5 days or so since Jerry was here, and Jerry's long gone. And then Nick and I have already started moving into the studio. Here's what we're gonna do with this video. It's gonna be a very pieced together, weird kind of a vlog, which is funny because this isn't the intro of the vlog.
It's an abstract.
Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in the beginning of the video. So you guys are gonna get to see the studio today. We already started putting together furniture. We put together some of the couches, the little conference table / eating area. Haven't moved any of the equipment for upstairs yet, but we're gonna show you guys that. Today we're gonna go buy a TV for the living room set. But you guys haven't, I don't even know if you've seen it yet. I don't even know what you guys have seen. This is so out of order.
We posted some stuff on Instagram, but
That's true.
about it.
On Instagram, yeah. Another reason you guys should be following the social meteors. Anyway, we'll see you when we get there.
What?
What?
What are you doing?
Finding a spot for this?
Is there anything over here?
Yeah, I could go in there. Or maybe under. That's, whoa, okay.
gotta load it like ammunition.
I thought we were gonna load the alcohol in there.
I figure we'll go through paper towels a lot because of the